now that is the girl's recording. Now we're about to get into a new video. How streamers ruined gaming. Let's get into this damn video, y'all. Let's do it.
Did streamers really ruin gaming, or are you just trash? In this video, I'm going to talk about gaming before streaming was popular, and gaming after streaming became popular, and by the end of this video, you'll have an answer on if streaming really ruined gaming or not. Now, a few months ago, I was actually scrolling through Twitter, and I saw this tweet right here that says, "Dominating blue-collar workers in BattleBit." If you don't know what BattleBit is, well, it's basically like Battlefield and Roblox, and this is pretty much the whole clip. Yeah, pretty much that guy is just straight up dominating people. Like that's pretty much it. And I saw a quote tweet that said, "Esports ruined casual gaming."
Right now.
Now, I know the whole title of this video is like something along the lines of how streamers ruined gaming, but I'm gonna put streamers and esports kind of in the same category. I say that because with streaming, you kind of gotta either be good at a game or funny, and with esports, you gotta be good at a game. So I'm gonna put them both together because
now esports, you gotta literally eat shit, breathe whatever game it is that you play. That's why it is I'm always getting on Skull, because he's an esports player. So that level of just casually playing a game, like let's say for instance it is like, I play like Apex or something like that. I used to be kind of cool. I used to be kind of good at Apex at one point before I really started getting into streaming, because I think I started playing season 7 or 6. I started getting into that. But then you have niggas, it is that literally take every single strategic strategy into playing this game to where it is, even if you try to go up against them, you're just like, oh, this nigga's cheating. Then you come up with the words try hard. When I started streaming, hearing the word AFK, I didn't know what the fuck that meant. Didn't know what try hard meant. Didn't know all these terms it is that I know now, right? So when you have these people that's that fucking good, instead of just saying it is like, damn, they good at the game, like damn, they really nice. Now it's just like, oh, they cheating, oh, they're try hard, all that. Okay, and that just sound like it is that you just trash at the game to me.
they're pretty similar, if I do say so myself. But to really understand this, we gotta go all the way back to 2018, the Fortnite boom. Before Fortnite was this cringe cash grab that pretty much just preyed on little kids for money, it was a game that nobody truly knew how to play and everyone had fun with it. I mean, back in 2018, every single human being was talking about Fortnite. I mean, back then you had Fortnite meme pages, every single human being was posting their wins, people were doing emotes IRL.
Yep.
Fortnite move! Oh, do it again! Fortnite move, bitch!
I mean, that's how we got the infamous ninja clip.
Everyone wants to get it. Come on, baby. Show me what you got.
Isn't that stolen?
Just move. I want to see some movement. I'm not seeing enough movement.
Literally no one else is dancing.
And since Fortnite was so popular, one thing that also became
And the thing is with Fortnite, the OG Fortnite, why is it that niggas was complaining about builds? Like, that's how it is that I learned, is through the OG Fortnite. Like, I will say building took a bit to learn because of like what I've seen and how I've learned from people in my OG era of Fortnite. Them niggas were sweats, like sweats on controller. I'm not even talking about niggas that is on M&K, because y'all niggas on mouse and keyboard doing builds, y'all do that shit like it's PK fire. Y'all do that shit like it's nothing. It's like, oh, okay, I'm not phased. As if like you just didn't go ahead and just do literally a 0.2 in order to build up. Like, boy, PC niggas is different. It's the same thing with Apex too. That's why I probably started to grow a little disdain for Apex at one point, because PC niggas, like, I envy y'all. I do. I really do. When it comes down to Apex, specifically just Apex, not in any other game. Because there is a level of strategy it is that you have to do with these hands in order to play M&K like that. Another person who is phenomenal at Apex on M&K is Ninjala. If you have ever seen Ninjala's streams or her videos, that girl is dressed to death onto the stream during the daytime, and she's on M&K just demolishing niggas, bro. Just demolishing. Babs is another person that's very good at Apex. Coach is another person that's really good at Apex. Like, I can think of Another person who was good at Fortnite was Paul. Paul was nasty. Oh my God, with builds, Paul was nasty. And Jalen and Rio makes me feel so sad about myself. Boy, them two on a team, you're not beating niggas. That's one thing it is I can say with Rio and also then Jayla or Jayla. Um, they're really good at playing Apex. He's also really good at playing Mortal Kombat 1, Tekken, Finals, you know. Rio was getting on me about, like, he's like, I see it, this is you on Finals. You're not better than me, though. You're not better than me, though. I was like, oh?
Popular because of Fortnite was streaming. Back then, Twitch was like pretty niche, but I'd say that Fortnite made Twitch more mainstream. And you may be asking, why did people go to Twitch and not YouTube? Well, the thing about YouTube is that a lot of YouTube videos are edited, and some people, they may be good on YouTube, but it's like on Twitch. Twitch is live, Twitch is raw. So if you lose, like, people are gonna see you lose, and if you win, people are gonna see you win. And that's why Twitch was so popular, because you could see high-level gameplay in real time. To determine if somebody was truly good, all you had to do was just watch them on Twitch. And with Twitch becoming so popular, some streamers that a bunch of people were watching back then was people like Myth, Ninja, Dr. Lupo, Nick Mercs. The whole Ninja versus Myth argument was like the biggest topic in school. I remember I was back in like freaking 10th grade and we were arguing at lunch tables talking about if Myth or Ninja was better. I'm not gonna lie, back then I was team Myth. But with all those popular streamers and pro players being in the limelight, that made more people want to be a pro player slash streamer. I mean, did y'all see how some of these Fortnite teams were getting down? Bro, I'm telling you, if I had to crank a few 90s to be a freaking Fortnite pro back then, I probably would. And that's exactly where the downfall of gaming happened. Everyone started focusing on the money you can make from gaming rather than the fun from gaming. Fortnite used to be this game where you try to win by doing these creative strats like building a sky base, building a huge metal base, or maybe even camping in a bush. But then it turned into this huge sweat fest when people saw that you could make abnormal amounts of money from this game. Back then, if you shot at a dude, they would probably start shooting at you back like they wouldn't even build. But now, if you shoot at somebody in Fortnite, they're building a whole freaking skyscraper hotel with Wi-Fi. It's actually wild. Now, let me say this right now. I do also say that that's kind of just time. Like, with time, people get better. But my point is that everyone's playing games to be the best rather than to just have fun with their boys. Everyone is.
See, this is what I had to get used to when I started streaming, because I would play games for leisure. And this is why I, like, even with horror games, like, it is a completely different story when it is you're the leisure of your own home, which is why when people are critical about this, it's like, look, when you are streaming, you have an audience that is watching you, and especially if you have a game that is like just came out and niggas want to see gameplay, or they've seen it before and then they come up in there and then they talk about it and everything like that, they're excited. That makes streamers nervous. I can't speak for everybody else, but I can speak for me. Any game, shooting games, horror games, whatever the case may have you, it puts more of an audience on you, especially if there's a particular game it is that they play and they want to see what it is you play like. So only imagine it is you suck at a game and then somebody comes in there just like, oh gosh, like, oh, this is terrible. Like, oh, I play better than you. Like, oh, I can watch these niggas. You know, now you have this audience of people's opinions and stuff like that you didn't ask for one. And that just makes it worse. That just makes it worse. Now you're like, okay. There's been plenty of times it is that I've been streaming and I've been playing like Call of Duty and I'm doing terrible. And then somebody comes in and just be like, hey, listen, you fucking suck. Bitch. Like, damn, I'm here playing it leisurely. Like, I don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I mean? The whole tournament that we did, I was literally just like, I do not care about this shit, bro. Why? Because I was already playing Call of Duty as it is. And getting clapped with the clip. Right. Just have the nerve to say something crazy. I definitely do that as a joke. Sorry. A lot of people do it. I think a lot of times it is that people want to see competitiveness now. They want to see the competitiveness. They want to see you. Like, that's why horror games is like so known for what it is now, because they want to see the jump scares. They want to see you get frightened. They want to see you get nervous, do all that. Just like how it is, y'all saw me playing Poppy Playtime Chapter 3, and I was nervous as hell during that school scene. Boy, I had to literally end the stream because my hands were shaking so bad. I'm like, yeah, nah, y'all not about to sit there. And then y'all want me to play Silent Hill, and then Layers of Fear, and then try to fall asleep. It's like, gang, let me get back into the groove of being comfortable with this. But I can say that doing this and making a career out of this is a dream job. It is a dream job that many people would love to essence, but it is hard to essence this and take yourself off of that ground floor and build yourself up because of the fact, one, support. Support is the biggest thing. And it's not just with viewers. What's up, Nefcon? It's not just with viewers, it is also with other streamers because there is a lot of other streamers, big and small, and more so on the big side, that will not support you. They don't take you serious until it is that you get to a level of being serious. That is when it is that they be in your face. And that's something it is I've always had issues with. I have issues with, like, disguising how I feel with my face. My face will let it be known before it is my words do. But nothing will grind my gears more is when it is that you see me flourishing and then you try to congratulate me. That is something that is I will literally tell you to get the fuck out of my face because you was not there for the times where it is I was trying to get to this point. You didn't believe in it. Now you're in my face and you want no, that's me kind of just putting it in my, I'm projecting at this point. But needless to say, it is like this is considered a dream job. And there has been such an influx of this since COVID. But you can't deny the fact that it's cool. It's cool to see so many other people it is who are gamers. There's a lot of people that are also in anime communities that we found a niche. We found something it is that we used to get picked on about. And it turns into something of like other people do the same thing. And it could be put into a career. So you can't knock the fact it is that people are like, yo, this is actually kind of cool. Even for me, I was a viewer within watching people's streams and everything. And I'm like, oh, I want to do this. How do I start? So
is playing to be watched on Twitch or watched on YouTube. I mean, you ever play a game and you get killed by somebody with a TTV gamer tag and you go to their Twitch and they're not streaming at all, they're just sweating just to sweat? Like, everyone is just playing for that top spot because in that top spot you can make content out of it, and with that content comes a whole lot of money. Unless you're playing like Farming Simulator and you're a pro. I don't really think you make a lot of money from like pro Farming Simulator, but I don't know, I might become a Farming Simulator pro, you never know. Bars. But yeah, everyone's pretty much playing to be watched. I remember back then, games wouldn't really get sweaty until like 2 or 3 weeks after release, but now games are sweaty off the rip. It can be 5 days away from Call of Duty coming out, and you already got a dude making a video saying best class setup 2023 MW3, and it's like, bro, the game hasn't even released. It can be 2 weeks before 2K comes out, and a dude already has the best build. It makes no sense. And when the game comes out, people are only going to play the meta, because when you only play the meta, you can win more, and when you win more, you can get up to that top rank, and when you get up to that top rank, you can stream, create content from it, more people are going to watch you because you're up high on the leaderboards, and then the cycle just continues and continues and continues, and now everyone's just playing the same because everyone's just trying to be the best to be able to stream it / be watched. Back then, you would play games for the fun because there was really no money involved, but now it's like every single human being is trying to become the top streamer, and it's like, bro, like, where's the fun in that? Back then, gaming tournaments were giving out speckles. I'm telling you, if you won a gaming tournament for like freaking Mortal Kombat or Halo or something like that, you were probably going to get 50 cents in a Big Mac. But now, if you win a freaking Fortnite tournament or you just win a freaking Call of Duty tournament, dog, you're honestly set. You can buy your mom a freaking mansion. People are getting millions from tournaments. I mean, look at Booga, bro. Didn't he won like 3 million, I'm pretty sure, off of Fortnite? That is wild. That is insane money. Another thing about gaming after streaming is that games that aren't even sweaty are becoming sweaty. For example, Fall Guys. I remember back in 2020, every single
Vintage, where you at, gang? Speaking of fucking Fall Guys sweat and Baps, where y'all niggas at? Where y'all niggas at? Because y'all the main Fall Guys sweats. When it is, I was getting my ass handed in fucking Fall Guys, and then Vintage and Sammy is just breezing through these like, oh yeah, this is easy, this is light work. They even know the fucking cheat codes to the damn maps and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, this never got fixed. This like, don't give me that look, Vintage. Don't give me that look. You know what you are in this damn game.
Human being was playing Fall Guys during quarantine, and with everybody playing Fall Guys, TikTok got a hold of that. And I remember scrolling through TikTok one day and I saw this one dude making videos of the best strats on certain maps on Fall Guys, and I just thought to myself, what do you gain from being a sweat in Fall Guys? What do you gain? Like, I
look at this flex. Wanna crown only one hand on the controller. Crazy flex,
Understand you're trying to
man.
show people how to win and stuff, but I feel like the reason why Fall Guys was so fun was because nobody was making strats or anything. People were just hopping in, having fun, just playing like headless chickens, you know? I feel like games die out quicker when you're making all these strats and stuff on how to win when it's not even like, obviously, yes, the goal in Fall Guys is to win, but I feel like the whole point of that game is to enjoy the journey. Like the fun with friends, the freaking hurdle.
Boo. Wants to like listen, it's not like a first person game or something like that, you know? Like a story decision based game to worry about with the story and the character development. Niggas is trying to be competitive, especially that in fucking crab games. And I said it is I will never play that godforsaken game ever again.
You're going over, that one dude griefing you on the map. Like when you're
Don't
only
need
focused on trying
strats,
to get
just
crowns in
win.
that game, the game becomes less fun because you're just focused on the destination rather than the journey. Imagine coming home from a long day of school or work and you're getting sweated on in Fall Guys. Imagine you're over there just trying to chill, you know, you're on this little cutesy game that's like Wipeout, and out of nowhere, TTV Try Hard for Life literally just
Vintage. Vintage Digital 1 and Sammy C underscore TV.
claps you every single map, and it's like, dude, you can't even have fun anymore. And since everyone's tryharding, games are now catering to the bad players. One thing that games have been implementing is this thing called skill-based matchmaking. If you don't know what it is, well, I'll basically explain. Think of a lobby where all the top players from a bunch of different games all get into a lobby with each other and go head to head. Basically ranked play, but with no bonus rewards or anything. You just kind of get into a lobby with the best players without getting any specific reward in casual play.
I need to hold on.
Kind of get into a lobby with the
What graphics is this? Because this is MV2. The everything's brighter and everything's more clear. Who the fuck screen is that? I'm there. Boy, I'm looking at this shit as like as if I'm in the bitch myself. Like boy, what are these graphic settings? Tell me.
best players without getting any specific reward in casual play. And the thing about skill-based matchmaking is that it's unfair because the good players are being punished for being good at the game. And it gets to this point where it's like winning feels like a chore rather than actual fun. Because back then, if you truly wanted to sweat, you would go into like a ranked game mode or something. But now, if you're a tryhard, you're gonna play every single other
regular
tryhard
game.
24/7 just because you're good at the game. Back
Correct.
then, games like Call of Duty, what they would do, you would join a lobby, and if you wanted to leave that lobby, you would just leave it, and if you wanted to stay after the game, you would stay. But now, after a game is finished, they just transport you to a whole different lobby with everyone else who also did good, and it's like, now you gotta go head to head with all the big dogs just because you won one game. I remember Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, that had some of the worst skill-based matchmaking ever. That game was borderline
did.
unplayable, because if you won one game, you would be playing the freaking optic roster from freaking 2000.
Boy, that's what. Oh my God, is that accurate? Oh my God, it's accurate. You do one game good, one good game. I switched the wording, and then you're going up against nothing but esports players. It's so bad.
2014 just from winning one game. And
One.
another way of games catering to bad players, Fortnite adding bots into their games just so you can feel better about yourself. Let's be real, it is
Yo, that's
2023.
nuts.
Nobody is a default anymore in Fortnite. I mean, back then, yes, there were people who were bad at the game, but nobody is so bad that they're literally running into a wall 24/7 in Fortnite. So now it's like there's no middle ground between the good and the bad players. It's like, if you're good, you're being punished, and if you're bad, you're being rewarded. There's actually this tweet by FaZe Sway that says, "The downfall of video games started when kids complained about people being good at the game. I remember when I was a kid and saw a Master Prestige in COD, I didn't tell him to take a shower or go outside. I sent that MF a friend request, and that's
I still do that. I still do that. I actually was doing this on the finals. Actually, if we got a solid, if a teammate is sweating, you know what I'm saying? Like the one that I added had 30 something kills in the finals. I sent that motherfucker a friend request. I ain't sit there and be like, oh, this nigga is a try hard or anything like that. I was just like, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Even on the opposing team, I'm just like, damn, that nigga was cooking. Like, you got all these different kills and everything like that. Me personally, I don't do this. I don't do this. I don't be in the call and be like, yeah, you need to fucking go outside, touch grass, fucking loser. Like, you fucking stink. You probably need to go take a shower. I don't do that stuff. I will literally friend request you. Like, all right, listen, this nigga's nice at the game. Shit. This is how, especially on like Xbox Live, back when I was only a console player, this is how I ended up being friends with people. Because I'd be like in the voice chat with everybody. We'd be chopping it up and everything. I was like, hey yo, you cool as shit. Especially Apex when you queue in with different people. You got to talk with your teammates and everything like that. I used to do that all the time. That's how I was ending up just like getting to know people and stuff. Like, all right, cool. You seem cool. I'm gonna add you. 30 kills. Let me make a team with you and this other guy who got 20.
That's facts. Instead of actually putting in the work to be good, a lot of people just sit there and complain. And now games are kind of catering to them. But one game that I say that kind of bridged the middle ground between the really good players and the really bad players is Street Fighter 6. One thing that Street Fighter 6 did, they added something called modern controls and classic controls. Classic controls, basically you have to do more to push out a combo. And if you do that successfully, then that combo does more damage. But if you play modern controls, you only hit square or something and it'll do a full combo, and those combos do less damage. So it kind of bridges the gap between good and bad players. But that's a whole fighting game. How can this be fixed in like games that are like FPS or something like that? In my honest opinion, I say that FPS games should just go back to like the regular lobbies, Back then, you could join a lobby, scope out the lobby, see who's like the freaking best players and stuff. And if they were a little too good for your level, you could leave if you wanted to. Like, I don't think that you should be transported into the freaking universe of the top 12 Call of Duty masters after you win one game. I feel like there should always be that option to stay if you want to stay or leave if you want to leave. There was nothing wrong with those lobbies back then. It's just like games just wanted to cater to the bad players, So it's honestly just like gaming is just honestly a huge sweat fest. And that rounds back to like the ultimate question of this video. Did streamers really ruin gaming? In my honest opinion, yes. I 1000% believe that streamers in esports ruined gaming, because there is no reason why people should be sweating at a game where you literally farm cabbages. How do you even sweat in Farming Simulator? How?
I've seen in Power World, Suicide Squad, Persona 3. I've seen niggas sweat in that game, in those games. So, it is what it is. I won't say streamers ruined it. I feel like what made people ruin it is the level of just like competitiveness. There's too much of like competition, especially when it is in stuff that's not ranked. If it's in ranked, then it makes sense to be within competition. But y'all niggas be on regular games, regular queues, and sweating for no fucking reason. Like, hey, listen, let us niggas that is who's not all that good at games just have some fun here. It's meant for us. It's meant for us. Fuck. If we want to go into rank, then we gonna do that.
Oh, let me know in the comments. Do y'all think streamers / pro players ruin gaming? Or like, what's your guys' take on this whole situation? Let me know. But yeah, this is gonna wrap up the video. If you guys made this far, I appreciate you. If you guys enjoyed this video, then I highly recommend you guys check out my most recent video where I talk about why everyone hates prank channels. But yeah, with all that being said, thank you guys for watching. It's Cameron, and I'm out.
Hey, listen, Cameron, shout outs to you, gang. That was a W video. That was a W video. I guess it is that I gotta go back to the drawing board and get good, huh? I'm gonna get there. I feel like for me, because I'm such a casual player, Babs, I don't want to hear a word from you because you like to do this. When antagonized or when pissed off, that is when it is the switch happens for me. Every time. Where it's just like, all right, tee up. Like, oh, so you gonna let this shit bitch you out? That's why in that school scene for Poppy Playtime 3, I was just like, all right, cool. Y'all really getting on my head top. So like, all right, cool. Let me stop playing. Let me do this. But once it is I tee up, I actually do tee up. Hey, listen, Cameron, shout outs to you for the video. Shout outs to y'all in the chat, and shout outs to you at home. I will catch you in the next video.